What is up, everybody? I'm Jared, and I will be going over my core four of MLB picks for PrizePicks today. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe. That way we know that you're following along. Also helps you to get notified when these shows are posted. We do them just about every single day. Also, if you're not currently playing on PrizePicks and you wanted to give it a shot, if you sign up there using promo code WINDAILY, that will get you a 100% deposit match up to $100. We'll also go ahead and throw in a free 60-day trial period, which is a $100 value. Get you access to all of our daily articles, get you access to our Discord. So go sign up there today using promo code WINDAILY. So if we do a recap of yesterday, we had a pretty strong day. Our picks went 3-1. The Mets and Marlins hit the under, which is what we were looking for yesterday with the first inning runs allowed. Extremely low scoring game. Jorge Polanco did score a run, and although he made us sweat, Andrew McCutchen did homer at the end of the game to get us over his hitter fantasy score. Only one that we missed was Ahmed Rosario. I would play that play every single day against Greinke because Greinke is just not a good pitcher these days. Did luck out yesterday and put forth a strong effort. That said, today's a new day. We'll look to keep the momentum going and hopefully improve upon our 3-1 day yesterday and go 4-0. So let's go ahead and jump into today's picks. The first one that we are going to be going with today is going to be a first inning runs allowed number, and that's going to be the Rockies and the Padres. So the Padres get a really strong matchup against Jose Urena. Urena, his first start for the Rockies, he did well against the Dodgers on paper. But if you look at some of the advanced metrics, he gave up a ton of fly balls, a ton of hard hits, and he was extremely lucky to escape any damage in that game. You can do that in Dodger Field. You can't do that in Coors Field. Those extra fly balls just get some extra giddy up in Colorado, and those fly balls tend to go a little bit farther, and they should go a little bit farther today, and the Padres should do more damage against Urena than the Dodgers did. Even on the other side of the game, I really like the Rockies against Manaea tonight. Manaea really hasn't had a good outing for over a month now. Over the last month, he's been pitching to a 6.5 ERA. So he's got some struggles. It's going to continue tonight against this team that's one of the best in the league against lefties. So we're going to go with them scoring pretty early in this one, and we're going to go with the over on the first inning runs allowed for the Rockies and Padres. The next one that we are going to go with is going to be Cole Calhoun and his half run plus RBI. Rangers are one of my favorite offenses tonight. They get a really strong matchup against Adrian Martinez. He did have a solid debut, but ever since then, he's been struggling. In his last two outings, he's given up a ton of runs. He did get a W in his last outing against the Blue Jays, but he did still give up 3 runs in just 5 innings of work. The only reason he was able to pull out a W is because Kikuchi pitched extremely bad in that game. So with him not pitching well, it's a great matchup for the Rangers. I'm going to be using Cole Calhoun with this half run plus RBI. Calhoun's up to 70 runs plus RBI combined in just 76 games so far. So he's not at that 1 per game average that I'm always looking at, but he's extremely close. He's just a couple basis points away from that 1. So I do expect him to be part of this offense today that's expected to score about 5 runs today. So we're going to go with the over on this Cole Calhoun half run plus RBI number. Next up, we're going to go with his teammate, and that's going to be Corey Seeger and his 1.5 total bases. I also do like Marcus Semien if you want to go a little bit different. He's in just as good of a spot, but I'm going to go with Corey Seager just because of how well he's playing right now. Seager has homered in 4 of his last 5 games. His swing path is just phenomenal right now. He's been crushing righties over the last month with a 217 ISO and a 352 WOBA. He also has a 55% hard hit rate versus righties over the last month, and he has a pretty low K rate versus them too. So just look for him to continue with his hot start or his hot waves over the last few games. So I'm going to go with the over on this 1.5 total base number for Seager. Again, if you want to go with the Marcus Semien one too, he's in just as good of a spot, and he's also been playing really well recently too. The last one for our core 4 today is going to be Brendan Rodgers. I noted above when we were talking about the half run first inning run allowed that Sean Manaea has not been pitching well recently. He's got a 6.5 ERA over the last month. Manaea throws a ton of sinkers. He throws it about 60% of the time. This is a pitch, although it is a small sample size with just 14 at-bats, it is a pitch that Brendan Rodgers has handled extremely well. Against the pitch, he's got a 397 WOBA and a 467 ISO. So he hits for a ton of power against it. And he's also been doing really well against lefties over the last month. He's got a 441 WOBA. Just a great spot for Rodgers. Wouldn't be surprised to see him take Manaea deep tonight. So I'm going to be loading up on Rockies righties tonight in DFS and also PrizePicks. Rodgers is going to be a quarter of that. So again, we're going to go with the over on this 1.5 total base number for Brendan Rodgers today. So to do a recap, we're going to go with the over on the Padres and Rockies first inning run allowed. I do think they score. Both teams score early and often. I actually like the Rocky side just a bit better. We're going to go with the over on the Calhoun half run plus RBI. We're going to go with the over on the 1.5 total base number for Corey Seager. Again, really like Marcus Semien too in this spot. So don't be afraid to add him to the mix too. And then we're going to go with the over on the Brendan Rodgers 1.5 total base number 2. I think it's a great spot for the Rockies, specifically Rodgers. I will say if PrizePicks does throw out a Mets Braves half run allowed, smash the under. Scherzer and Fried are just phenomenal pitchers. The Mets offense has not been clicking of late. Even the Braves over the last couple of games haven't been scoring a whole lot of runs against starters. So if they throw that one out there, smash the under on that one. So, but that's our core for today. If you end up using them, just make sure to hit the like and subscribe. That way we know that you're following along. If you have any questions about your own picks, just make sure to drop some notes in the comments. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. That being said, let's go 4-0 on this Monday.